Hey guys, my name is Meads. Welcome to my channel, and we're going to do, well, kind of like a review, but pretty much my impressions since I'm new to Kamen Rider. Although I was little, I was watching Kamen Rider Black, or when I was watching it, it's actually called Masked Rider Black, and I guess it's when it got dubbed. And actually, come to think of it, a lot of things I watched when I was little are they're not the way it was originally portrayed as. It's been translated for a different audience. And what I mean by that is, like, this one, it's supposedly Kamen Rider, which you have Japanese actors, but when it, I guess, moved to the United States, it's become Masked Rider, and you have Americans actors, and it actually kind of works out since once they transform, you really don't know who's inside. It could be anyone, and it's the same. You can use the same footage, but the only thing they can change is when they're not in their they're not in the suit, which they can actually change the storyline. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting, and the same way went, the same idea went with the Power Rangers, and I thought it's awesome. I thought it was actually made in America, but actually it's a long or ongoing series in Japan called it's actually a Sentai, and it's just amazing that how you can be deceived when you're little. But regardless, I enjoyed watching it, even though I was watching some sort of a fake version. But nonetheless, I enjoyed it. And other than the Kamen Rider Black, I did watch Kamen Rider Double. The Cyclone Joker. I started it, but I guess I got distracted with other things. But I have an idea what it's about. You got this memories, which the two main characters use to henshin, which is awesome. And you can change to Heat Metal and Luna Trigger, and I guess eventually later on they have Fang Joker. And speaking of which, I actually wanted to get the SIC figure because from what I heard, they're really awesome. You get a lot more details, and you get what you're paid for. But my problem with those are they're actually a bit too big, and I like to figure bash or mix it with my other figure line, and find those a bit too big. Well, then again, I have Ultra Act figures now. Maybe it'll work out. But I think I'll just stick on this one. I actually prefer this size. I think this is about 5-6 inches. I don't have my ruler right now, but maybe just 4 inches. But this is just perfect. If, for the same reason, with my reasoning with getting a high grade as opposed to a master grade, a high grade, it's lighter. You can do a lot of awesome poses with it. As opposed to a master grade, the weight really hinders it to do awesome poses. Although it's very detailed, but the weight issue. So hence, that's why I'm getting this particular one. Now, you may be asking why this particular Kamen Rider. I actually don't know much about this, and other than it's from Kamen Rider Ryuki, or actually I don't know what the Ryuki stands for. It could be I think knights, maybe, or well, this is a knight already, but I think this is a well, from looking for this, you have a bat. It does remind me about Batman. Well, the Darkwing. So that's why I got this. I was looking pictures online, and you pretty much get to see this, and it's really awesome. You get a bat, which is, I guess, from here, it's a Darkwing, and you have the Kamen Rider Knight, which you can use the bat as a cape, as wings, And I really like this one. Kind of reminds you of a Death Sight Hell custom. And you also have this drill effect part right here, which is kind of reminds you of Darkstalkers. Dimitri, the vampire. It looks awesome. And definitely you get a lot of playability with this. You have two weapons, you have a lance, and you have a kind of like a fencing sword. And I actually like this pose right here where you can put the cards inside, which we'll see. And it also comes with this awesome Tamashi kind of like exclusive, especially for this one. And this is just pretty much a regular one, a clear one, and they just painted something on top of it, which kind of makes you think like, what if I just painted something on that? I mean, I could just buy the clear ones and start painting. That's actually a cool idea. Maybe I'll do some, make it my Mead's exclusive stand. Alright, so this is probably one of the few things that I have it on the box. I actually played around with a bit. I played around with the figure a little bit and put it back. But why don't we open it up and see what's inside. So here's the figure, and it's actually quite nice. Well constructed, quite solid, although this piece right here kept popping off, so I ended up just putting a little bit of super glue inside so it stays there. Really nice mask. It's like a knight, but you have this wing, kind of like the bat wings, and he does have fangs. Kind of cool, and really good articulation, I have to say. Although I find this knee bending part a bit too weird, especially you have this thing protruding, so you know where the knee is. I mean, straight, it's fine. Bend, it is, but somewhere in the middle, or like that, it's kind of awkward. And you do have a toe articulation, which is pretty good. I like that. So this guy is actually well articulated. Yeah, you can do like awesome poses. Him kneeling down, punching, guarding, all the cool stuff you can do. Alright, so why don't we look at the Dark Wing? Or is it Dark Wing? I think it is. Alright, so this is actually quite big. This is big as the wingspan of my hand. So it's a fairly good wingspan, and actually this one spreads apart, so which is kind of cool. I like that. And not only that, the wings here can go up. Ah, nice. So you can have a really nice engulfment of the wings. Really nice. And on the back here, nice details. You have the tail, which can be moved, and you have the feet. There's no you would think that he has another claw, like, you know, like a pterodactyl or something. No, you just have two, which kind of makes sense. I think bats has just two hooking toes, maybe. Oh, there are mammals, so you have two hooking toes. And you have the face. Really nice details. You have the red eyes, and you actually can open the mouth. That's awesome. And more fierce looking. And I think another thing you can do with this one, from what I've seen on the instructions, you're gonna have this lance, which is nicely detailed. I really like that. Kind of reminds me of Son Goku with this that. And you can actually bend this down to reveal a peg connector, which you can connect down here. So it's I guess a place to store it. Although it's kind of weird. I don't know if I'm doing this properly, but yeah, it's something to that sort. Or maybe I have to have this outside. I'm not too sure myself. There we go. Maybe there. I mean, that kind of makes more sense to me. But the legs are just on the way. Oh well. That's that. And this one actually comes with a kind of like a gun holster. But it's actually for the sword. And more like a fence sword. And I think maybe call it a rapier. There we go. It's kind of like the sword Raphael uses in Soul Calibur. So it can go like so. Really nice. And where is the hand? Actually, I'm looking for a different one. 1 second. I'm trying to grab the hand. There we go. I'm actually looking for this one. And I'm pretty much trying to imitate the image in the box. So I guess see the belt here, you can actually remove this part here, which is cool, and have him hold it. Actually you have to separate this part here where he's pointing finger and thumb meets. Actually, let me try that again. Sorry if I'm having it off camera. It is a little bit tricky to put it in. There we go. I'm holding it. And another thing I find cool about this is this thing can open up to refill that small part there, and this one extend up. And you can have him now. And I'm guessing this is something from the show, which I find really awesome. And when you, I guess, insert it, something's some kind of power up will happen. And actually, there is several cards here, which I think are right here. I don't know if you see that, but they're really thin and they're still in the packaging, which I'm probably just gonna keep it there so that I won't lose it. But they seem to be I think one of them looks like a sword, so maybe use it to summon the sword, the lance, or the bat. Yeah, again, I'm just guessing here. Alright, and that wingspan is really awesome. And I really like this pose. Actually, I forgot to put this sword over there. There we go. Well, looks amazing. And cannot deny that this reminds you of Batman. Really nice. On the back also. And I guess we can try to do that pose where this thing covers up front, which is really nice. And I guess this kind of like trying to shield them from attacks. That's really cool also. Alright, we're back to Darkwing again, and there's actually a really cool gimmick. Well, I don't know if it's a gimmick, but for me it looks like one. So you're pretty much gonna detach this lower part and you're just gonna keep this upper, and mainly because you need these two pegals for the connection to the Dark Knight's back. And you think these wings are awesome? Wait till you see this. These are kind of like a wing and cape, and it's that flexible. I'm not sure what kind of material this is, but it looks amazing. It's black on the outside, blue inside, and you just attach this here and it becomes a cape. Really amazing. And that and just finding that you have an extra, you added this, it's a lot of material. It's crazy. So we're just gonna attach it, and again, you're gonna get this extra part here. And there is probably a better review than what I'm doing right now, but I just want to share my thoughts about this. And there we go. And that is really amazing. Again, you're gonna get a lot of wingspan from the cape. I really like that. Actually, I thought this cape just attached to the wings, but you actually have to detach it. And that's amazing, and I guess you can move this up if you want to. It's kind of weird though, but you can. Alright. And this is just truly phenomenal. It's amazing. It's like it's a drill. It does remind you of Gurren Lagann. Giga Drill Breaker! It's really nice. It's quite huge too. You have a lot of this. I think there's 4 pieces on this cape. Actually maybe 5. And it just wraps around him. It's really awesome. And you kind of have to tilt the Hamashi stay jack. And I'm using one of my clear ones. This is number 5. Yeah, it is amazing. And also you can dual wield if you want to. You can have the lance on one hand and the rapier on the other one. Looks really nice. And I probably will just, if I were going to display him, I'm keeping on with this one. The dark wing. The bat-like wings. Well, maybe I'll use the other ones as well, but I really like this one. It's really nice. And another thing I forgot to mention is I like the design of this particular Kamen Rider because he doesn't have what do you call this, distracting armor or something that kind of it doesn't make sense. One of which I kind of find weird is that shoulder armor of Kamen Rider. Sometimes it kind of hinders their movement, but you know, it just flops open up, but it's kind of weird. But this one, as you can see, it just contours to his body. It doesn't really hinder anything, and doesn't really have armor per se, but it's pretty much it's kind of like a stealth, like a ninja. It's also a knight. But yeah, I really love this figure. There's so many things you can do, as I've shown. You have 2 weapons. Some people might think like it would be nice if it was a pistol, but you don't really need to. He's a knight. Having a lance and a sword is good enough. He doesn't need a shield because the wing itself is a shield, and he has his familiar. You get a bat, which is awesome. You get the cape, so he's kind of like a vampire. Then you have the drill cape, which kind of reminds you of that, again, the Darkstalkers. It's really amazing. It's a lot of things that this figure reminded me of, and it's just truly amazing. Alright, that is my kind of like my impression of this figure. Actually, I kind of want to get maybe or try other Kamen Riders out there. Maybe I will try the SIC, Fine Joker and Skull, maybe. Or maybe try the new ones like O's or maybe Forze. Although I kind of find Forze's design a bit out there. But who knows? It's just sometimes it's just different when you're actually holding the figure and you're just trying to appreciate what it has. You know, aside from just looking at the photos online. Like for me, I thought that this thing is really has really cool weapons and the design already. But once I have it and play around with it, this is just a lot more I find out. You know, which is pretty awesome. Alright, I think that's it about for my impression of this particular figure. I hope you guys enjoy it. And again, I'm open up for discussion. Also, feel free to give me any info about this particular figure or the Kamen Rider Knight series. Alright, so till then, this is Meads. Thank you for watching. I just realized I have another knight that can hold the lance and sword at the same time. Nice.